If money were only about knowledge, most people would already be financially secure. But they're not. And in this video, I'm going to show you the one psychological mistake that keeps smart, hardworking, self-aware people stuck financially for years. If you stay until the end, you'll have everything you need to understand this problem. And more importantly, how to break out of it in real life. Most people believe their money problems come from a lack of information. They think they need another book, another video, another tip. But the truth is much simpler and much more uncomfortable. The mistake that keeps people from building real financial growth has nothing to do with how much they know. It has everything to do with how their brain reacts emotionally the moment money enters the picture. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what that mistake is, why it exists, how it shows up in your daily life, and how to change it in a practical, grounded way. Let's start with the problem, in the simplest way possible. A lot of people manage their lives in a way that looks perfectly reasonable. They have a job. They have income. Sometimes they even have savings. From the outside, everything looks fine. But inside, something feels different. There's constant tension. A quiet sense that money could become a problem at any moment. Endless overthinking before decisions. And repeated delays on actions they already know they should take. Not because they're lazy, not because they're unintelligent, but because every time money comes up, their internal system shifts into protection mode. And this happens to serious people, responsible people, people who care about their future. It's important to say this clearly. If this happens to you, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're human. Your brain was not designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you safe. And to your brain, money is not just numbers. Money represents risk. Money represents responsibility. Money represents change. And any form of change is interpreted by the brain as a potential threat. This is where the psychological mistake begins. Instead of treating money as a tool, the brain treats it as an emotional stressor. And once that happens, three patterns appear almost automatically. Decisions get delayed. The brain looks for absolute certainty before acting. And staying where it feels familiar becomes the default, even if that place leads nowhere. Not because it's logical, but because it feels safer. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times did you know what the right financial move was, but told yourself, I'll think about it a bit more. I'll check one more thing. Just not now. And how many times did not now quietly turn into never? This is not a discipline problem. It's not a motivation problem. It's emotional regulation around money. The moment you truly understand this, something important happens. The self-blame drops. The pressure softens. And control slowly comes back into your hands. Because if the issue isn't lack of knowledge, there's no need to overload yourself with more information. What needs to change is the reaction. Real change begins when you stop waiting to feel completely safe before you act. Most people wait for clarity, calm, and confidence before making financial decisions. That moment almost never arrives. People who grow financially don't feel less fear. They simply stop allowing fear to be the decision maker. Now let's talk about real tools, not ideas, not motivational phrases, actual mechanisms. The first tool is learning to separate felt danger from real risk. The next time you face a financial decision and feel pressure, tightness, or avoidance, don't ask yourself what to do. Ask one simple question. What is the actual risk here, and what only feels risky? In most cases, you'll notice something surprising. The real risk is small. The emotional reaction is large. Your brain reacts to sensation, not reality. The moment you write the real risk down, on paper or on a screen, the emotional intensity drops. Not because fear disappears, but because it stops driving. The second tool is removing drama from decisions. The brain loves to turn financial choices into identity statements. If I fail, I'm a failure. If I make a mistake, I'm irresponsible. That's what creates paralysis. So here's the rule. Financial decisions are experiments, not verdicts. When you define a decision as, I'm testing this for 3 months, or I'm taking one small step only, pressure decreases and movement begins. Most people aren't afraid of losing money. They're afraid of damaging their self-image. The third tool is creating a fixed structure for money. Not thinking about money all the time, and not avoiding it either. One fixed time per week, same day, same window, no distractions. That's when you review, decide, and close the loop. Outside of that time, money doesn't get mental space. The brain loves boundaries. Structure reduces noise. Here's something most people don't expect to hear. Real financial change doesn't feel like constant confidence. It feels like quiet. Fewer looping thoughts, less emotional weight, more simple decisions. Not excitement, not motivation highs, internal stability. People who build financial momentum are not smarter. They are not braver. They simply stopped letting their emotional brain manage a system it was never designed to run. If you've reached this point, it means you're a serious person, someone who actually cares about their success. Most people, around 80%, don't stay focused, don't go deep, and don't change patterns. You did. If you want long-term growth and real change, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Consistent exposure to content like this doesn't just change how you think. It changes how you act, how you decide, and how your life looks in the real world. That's where real change starts.